This video is going to be a little different than last month's no buy update. I am obviously going to go through the things that I purchased and the things that I didn't purchase, but after that, we're going to talk about some things that have been going on in my life and in my head. So I hope you'll stick around for my full breakdown, but otherwise, I'm going to get into the no buy stuff right away if that's all you're here for. Welcome to Rebel with a Plan. I'm Dakota Rebel. Let's talk about how February went in my 2025 no buy challenge. In the green light category, as always, I paid my bills and I bought groceries. As of February 27th, 2025, in Metro Detroit, Michigan, eggs are $6 a dozen. And I have to say that in January, after filming and editing and uploading 15 videos, I made 18 dozen eggs. And I'm not complaining about making money for getting to sit here and talk to you. That's incredible. That's the dream. That's what I've wanted since I started this channel 5 years ago. I'm complaining about the price of eggs. It's crazy. That breakdown is just over a dozen eggs per video. So thank you for keeping my child in omelets. I appreciate it. In the yellow light category, I had to buy some packing tape and some more envelopes for my eBay card shop because I actually had a pretty decent month and I sold quite a few cards, and that was very exciting. I also had to buy some glue runners and I bought a pack of copy paper. So very exciting stuff, just basic what I'm allowed to buy in office supply type things. And in the red light category, once again, I managed to not purchase anything on the red light list of things I am not allowed to purchase. So that is a win, and I'm super excited about that. However, there are a couple things that I bought that I hadn't put into a category. So I want to talk about those real quick. I had mentioned in the original breakdown that clothes did not go into any of these categories because I'm not a clothes person. I don't have an issue walking into a store and not buying clothes. Actually, it's the opposite. I tend to wear my clothes until they're literally falling apart, which drives my husband insane, but it doesn't bother me because I don't leave the house. So the only thing that ever really gets seen is like this much of my clothes when I'm on camera. But in February, I did buy a couple things. I bought this sweater, which I found on clearance for $8 at Kohl's when I had to do an Amazon return. And I bought a long sleeve t-shirt because I needed one, honestly. So that brings me up to 4 sweaters and 3 long sleeve t-shirts, and I only spent $20 total. So I'm fine with it. It doesn't affect my no buy in any way. I don't feel like it was an oopsie. It was things that I felt that I needed, and I'm fine with those purchases. The other things that I purchased that I also didn't put into a category, and I probably should have, but I wasn't sure where to put it, so I just didn't put it in there. Books. I am an author. I read fiction to improve my own fiction and to keep up with market trends. I am a content creator and I read nonfiction books to learn how to do certain things better. So books don't take up a huge portion of my budget, but I do feel like it is a reasonable thing to purchase for me for my career. So I found a buy one get one half off sale on nonfiction books and I purchased 4 of them, and I'm gonna show you what I bought, and then we're gonna talk about that just a little bit more. So I got A Monk's Guide to a Clean House in Mind, which I've always wanted to read, so I was very excited to get that on sale. I got The Big Leap, which is, I think, about overcoming limiting beliefs. I've seen a lot of people talk about this book, so I grabbed that. I got The Universe Has Your Back by Gabby Bernstein. I don't know, I just grabbed it. I don't know how I'm going to feel about it, but eventually I will read it, and I'll let you know what I think about it. And then I got 4,000 Weeks. The world has a love-hate relationship with this book. This book is about the fact that as mere mortals, on average, we have a 4,000-week lifespan. And it's about making the best use of the time that you have available. And it's depending on your mindset, it's either motivating or depressing as hell. I've yet to read it, which we're going to talk about in a second. So I don't know which camp I'm going to be in, but it's something that's been on my list for a long time, found it on sale, threw it in the cart. you know how that goes. That's why we're here. Because we see something on sale and we throw it in our cart. So I bought these 4 books, and since I bought them, they have been sitting on my table, staring at me while I just sit and reread 15-year-old fan fiction that I've read dozens of times. Because at this point in my life and my mind, I need the comfort of knowing what I'm getting into. I am not in the mood for surprises, for twists I don't see coming. I need the comfort of Criminal Minds and old fan fiction. That's what we're going to get into a little bit later after this. So I bought these books, I bought a couple pieces of clothing, and I bought things on my yellow light list, and I paid my bills and bought groceries. So if you were here for the update, that is the update. And so I'm doing pretty good so far. I'm pleased with the progress that I have made. I am thrilled that I have not gone into a Joanne. If you don't know, the entire company is going out of business and they are running out of business sales, but I don't need anything and I'm not going to go and look to see what's on sale. I'm not going to do it. So that is the February update. And if that's what you were here for, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Please smash all those YouTube buttons for me and I will see you next time. If, however, you feel as I do that we are creating a parasocial relationship, the rest of this video is for you. How are you doing? I'm not doing great. And that's really hard to admit to strangers on the internet, but I don't think I'm the only one. And the silence around it's deafening. And I think it's dangerous. And I think it's important that somebody talk about it. Normally I script my videos. This is related. Because I have ADHD and I go off on tangents. And if I didn't have a plan for what I was going to say, every one of my videos would be 30 minutes of rambling nonsense. So I script them to make sure that I stay on point. However, I haven't really scripted this part of this video. I have bullet points on things that I want to touch on because I don't want to forget anything. But I want this to be a conversation. I want to talk to you like you're a real person because you are a real person and I am a real person. So if I get a little rambly, if I try to make a point and I miss it, I apologize. That's probably going to happen. I have been sick for like 3 weeks now. It's not anything serious. It's not anything, I don't think it's anything dangerous or systematic. It's just this cold that is lingering and driving me crazy. It's mostly nasal congestion. There's a little bit of a cough, but not much. But it has affected the way that I am showing up or not on this channel and in other areas. This morning, I knew I wanted to film this video. And I thought, you know what? I'm just gonna turn the camera on and I'm gonna get the video made. I'm not gonna deal with all the rigmarole of getting the makeup on and doing all the stuff. So I sit down and I turn the camera on and I physically recoiled from the camera. I'm like, I cannot show up like this. Like this was my face. Like just the way that I go through life. I felt like I couldn't sit down and show up looking like me. I get so much credit for coming on here and being real and being myself and saying things that other people don't want to say. But I am uncomfortable showing my own face. And I don't know what that says about me. I know I don't like it. I don't know if it's because I'm afraid of the comments of people telling me how unattractive they think I am. I don't know what it is, but I don't like it. A lot of people talk about fight or flight, right? The cortisol and the way our amygdalas work. But what people don't really talk about is the third pillar of our lizard brain, which is the freeze. And that's where I am. I'm stuck. I'm frozen. I get up every morning and I walk the dog and I make my son breakfast and I clean the house. And I do the functional things that I need to do to ensure everyone around me that I'm okay. And when those things are done, I come into my office and I sit down to work, and I can't. I stare at the cursor on my monitor and nothing comes out. I can't write. I don't know. I can't think coherently. And it's very frustrating. You know, I buy these books on improving my mindset and improving my life and even improving my health, but I don't read them. What used to be for me Dissociation Sunday has become every day is Dissociation Day. And before I continue, I want to say that none of this is a political thing, okay? We're not doing that here. I don't want it in my comments. They will be deleted. This is not about your feelings or my feelings about the state of what's going on in the United States. This is not about that, and I'm not getting into that conversation. What I want more than anything for this channel is for it to be like a safe haven where you can escape all the noise and we just focus on ourselves. That's all I've ever wanted, is a place where people can go where it's not about outside influence. It's about what we can do for ourselves. Easy little free, cheap things to improve us. The one thing we can control. So yeah, we won't be discussing that. So keep it out of my comments because I don't want it. That's not what we are here to do. According to my analytics, the majority of the women who watch my video are over 35 years old. Like 70% of you are over the age of 35. There are a few youngins who come in here to hang out with the old lady who tells you not to buy anything. But for the most part, we are halfway through our lives. We have lived half of our lives and we still haven't figured this shit out. I think it's safe to say that a lot of us thought we would be somewhere else by now. We'd be more confident. We'd feel more settled. We'd be happy. But more and more lately, it feels like that's not the case. That we're all frozen in this place of having taken care of other people for so long that we have forgotten how to take care of ourselves, if we ever knew how at all. They're always saying you can't pour from an empty cup, but sometimes I wonder if my cup has ever been full. If I would even recognize what that felt like to have a full cup. And this is coming from a place of I love my life. I have a husband who is amazing. He is kind. He is supportive. He is loving. He is my best friend. And he is a full functioning member of this team. My children are healthy. They're happy. They're compassionate people. And they are so smart. I write love stories and make videos and create planners from my home. A home that has the most amazing kitchen I could ever ask for. A kitchen that sold me on this house that's not quite perfect, but I have turned it into a safe and warm home. I love my life. So why am I still so fucking lost? I wasn't raised to believe that life was going to be easy. In fact, I was raised into hustle culture, to work harder than what's expected of you, to put in hours over your salaried requirements, to work a job and do a side hustle and take care of my family. I was raised to be busy, and that it doesn't bother me now, and it never has. I don't mind being busy, but I gotta be honest, I don't think it has ever felt this hard. And I am not depressed. I have been depressed, and I know what that looks like. And the fact that I do have a clean home and I do get dressed every day and I dyed my hair this morning, this is not a clinical chemical imbalance. I'm not even sad. What I am is exhausted. I am exhausted on a level I have never experienced before. Perimenopause is kicking my ass in a way that no one ever warned me it would. And I'm completely isolated here. Which is weird for me to say because I am an ultimate introvert. I have designed my life so that I have alone time. And never before, never has it felt this lonely. And I don't know how to deal with that. I should tell you now, I don't have an answer. I'm just talking. I'm saying out loud what I desperately wish other people would say out loud. Because no one talking about how hard it is to be a middle-aged woman is scary. It makes me feel like I'm alone, even though I know I can't be. I cannot be the only person out here feeling this way. But everybody is. I don't know if they're too scared to talk about it. I don't know if they're lying to themselves that they feel this way. I don't know if there is some rule somewhere that I didn't read that said moms can't talk about how hard it is. Because what I see on the internet are the color-coded girlies with their beige walls and their beige clothes and their well-behaved children and their perfectly curated pantries. And that's part of why I talk about not buying into that. Because the highlight reels on the internet are making us believe that it shouldn't be hard. They're making us believe that we shouldn't feel this way. We should be happy and grateful for everything. And that if we have even a moment where we admit to ourselves that we are not happy, that we are not grateful, that we do want more, that we're selfish. And I don't think that's fair. So I'm talking about it. And like I said, I don't have an answer. I don't know how to make it better. If I knew how to make it better, I would make it better for myself, and then I would tell you what I did. And yeah, I do the mini self-care tasks. I deep breathe until my chest hurts, and sometimes that's not enough. All the bubble baths in the world are not going to fix how I feel. And I don't know what the answer is, but with every part of me, I believe that the first step is to talk about it, to admit to each other what everyone else is afraid to admit out loud. It's hard, and no one has curated a community where it's safe to say that it's hard and that we're struggling and that we don't love every minute of every day. And that some of these blessings that we prayed for have become burdens. And that's what it is. And that's what I feel bad about. That at 45 years old, I have everything I wished for. And it's not that it's not enough, and it's not that I don't love it. It's that it didn't bring me what I thought it was going to bring me. And I don't know if you can be grateful and disappointed at the same time. And maybe that's why I feel this way. Because I have two conflicting things going on at the same time. And maybe that's why I'm so tired, because I'm constantly fighting with myself. This is what you asked for. And I am so grateful for all of it. But that doesn't mean it's not hard. And that doesn't mean that sometimes I don't wish for something else. And that doesn't make me a bad person. And it doesn't make me not worthy of more. So this is just me being real on the internet, running my mouth and being me and saying the quiet part out loud. You can get everything you wished for and still want more. You can get what you wished for and find out that it wasn't what you thought it was going to be. You can set goals and you can make plans and you can achieve them and still not be content with it. I don't know who sold us on the idea that getting everything you ever thought you wanted was going to be enough. I don't know. That's not the right word. Enough is not the right word. It just feels different than I thought it was going to. And no one has ever given me permission to be okay with that feeling. So it makes me feel like I am a bad person. It makes me feel that maybe I didn't work hard enough. That maybe I'm not grateful enough. That I am not enough. And I don't think anyone should have to feel that way. And I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. But I know that I can't continue to feel the way I feel right now, because it's not fair. And I know what Jareth says. You say it's not, I'm paraphrasing, you say it's not fair so often. I wonder what your basis for comparison is. I don't know. But the first step is to talk about it, and I'm talking about it. I'm saying it despite what strangers on the internet might say about me. Because I'm not alone. I know that I'm not alone. I know that comparing myself to someone else's highlight reel is never going to make me feel good about myself. And I know that only posting my highlight reel isn't going to make you feel better about yourself. So I'm here, and I'm just speaking my truth with my whole chest, and whatever happens, happens. But I think it's okay to think there should be more than this. I think that's okay. I have no idea if this is going to resonate with anybody. I have no idea if I'm going to have 1,000 people screaming in my comments about how entitled I am, or how stupid I am, or how lazy I am. And I don't care. Because if one person needed to hear that it's okay to struggle, even when you're in a place that other people wish they could be, then it was worth it. Because I think it's important to know we're not alone. And I feel very alone, but deep down, I know I'm not. I know I'm not. So let's be that community for each other. Let's be honest with each other. Let's show up for each other. In a world that feels designed to make us feel less than, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna continue to show up. I'm gonna build a community of real human beings who have real thoughts and real plans and real ideas and real fucking emotions. I am. And if anyone doesn't like that, the unsubscribe is a single click too. But if you're ready to admit that sometimes it's hard and that's okay, well, then I hope you'll smash all those YouTube buttons for me. I'm not going to ask anybody to leave comments about whatever, because this is a very private, personal, difficult thing. And I don't expect anyone to throw their discomfort into my comment section. God knows I am here for you if you want to. That is not just some bullshit thing I say to end my videos. I am here for you. I want a community. I need a community. I need you probably way more than you need me. I am here for you. That is not just words that come out of my mouth. So share your story, share your struggles if you want to. If you have trauma, I may only have the ability to respond with an I love you. I'm not a fucking doctor. I will listen to you and I will be here for you, but I cannot give you advice. I cannot tell you how to fix things. And I may not have the emotional and mental capacity to respond in maybe a way that you would like me to. I can send you my love, but I cannot fix anything that was done to you. I'm sitting here telling you I don't even know how to fix myself. So please do not expect for me to be a therapist for you. I can only be a friend to you. And I think that's very, very important for you to understand because we cannot expect things from other people that they do not have available to give. I think that's probably a really important life lesson. So I wanted to come on here and be real with you. And doing it in my no buy video may not have been the best idea. But I also needed people to hear it. So I don't even know how to end this video. I really don't. I don't know how to end this video. So I guess I'm just going to end it with this. If you leave comments that are inflammatory, that are mean, that are rude, they will be deleted. If someone has the courage to share their stories in my comments with a community of women I am trying to build that love each other and that support each other with anything judgmental or disgusting, it will be deleted and you will be blocked because that is not what we do here. That was my mom voice. Don't do it. I honestly love you so much. And if you feel like I feel right now, and you show up every day for your job, for your family, for your pets, for yourself, God, I'm so proud of you because it is hard. It is hard to show up every day when you can't even put words to what you feel. But we do it anyway because that's what we do. So if things are going tough for you right now, they're going tough for me too. And we have to start normalizing admitting that. We have to. Otherwise, we are always going to feel alone. And that just makes it so much worse. Because, like I said, I know I'm not alone, which means that you're not alone. So let's build that community, huh? I love you.